and this should be the University of Texas versus NYU. Looks like the server overlay is incorrect at the moment, but the referees will have to change that. While we're waiting, tote bag of merch! Oh man, my arm is just either to the right or to the left every day.
Here we go. All robots being able to move. Very, very good sign.
Yep. A nice standard start. Both standards heading to the resupply zone. Interesting strategy here from, oh goodness, it's the University of Texas in the red, not Torino, giving all of their projectiles to their standard, which is something I'd expect. I don't think we've seen their hero do much, if anything, during these rounds. So the standard from University of Texas winning the first confrontation, chunking about a third of the health off of the NYU standard.
NYU standard trying to find some ground. It does not look like it's able to fire.
Yeah, the NYU hero has really been the champion of their team as it's starting to take some shots at the sentry. If it can land a couple of those, it'll give it the early advantage that it needs in this game. That's really, I believe, their only way to win this is to get some early hero shots onto the sentry while they don't have to be so scared of the standard yet.
That's a good analysis as the hero's trying to land some shots on the other hero from UT.
Yeah, chat, we apologize for the incorrect overlay. That's not on our end. We actually pulled that overlay straight from the referee system. So that is the University of Texas on the left in red and NYU on the right in blue.
First blood.
NYU standard going down for first blood is going to give that level 2 advantage to
yeah,
UT.
The hero from NYU has got to make a, no pun intended, hero move here pretty soon. As soon as that standard from the University of Texas ticks over to level 3, it's going to be really hard for the hero to keep up on the robot damage that it needs to make on the sentry.
UT's hero trying to secure the blood bag in the center.
The sentry for NYU spinning and firing. I love it. I love it. It's got some defense here now. It's taken 10 damage, and upon taking damage, just started spinning and shooting, and I think it may have actually accidentally hit one of the University of Texas robots. So University of Texas standard going down to overpower. That is a big, big deal here for NYU. Thank you so much, Austin, for giving us some janky team names. It'll help me with my words. Some cheers
hero
coming in for
and
NYU.
Standard for level 2 on
590 to 560 HP sentry health. Slight advantage to the side of UT, but robot health though, hero and infantry health definitely advantage going to NYU.
NYU taking a bit of an unconventional approach just to be able to fire randomly, but it seemed like it was at least reasonably directed.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, the logic from NYU here I wish had been adopted by all of our young teams. If your sentry can't auto-aim, just spray and pray. It definitely forces the other team back, makes them nervous. They're not sure if your computer vision's working great or not. And so in addition to just spinning in place, it adds another layer. And it
also
appears
have 750 projectiles for free, and you may as well use them instead of saving them for next year.
Yeah, chat, you're right. They could hit themselves. But if you know that your robot's going to spray and pray, you could just stay clear of your own. Look at this. A little bit of body blocking here from the standard of UT. They understand if a single one of those hero shots land on their sentry, it'll be really hard for them to come back. A minute and 40 seconds left to go. NYU's only objective here is to land a hit onto, well, bases aren't invincible. They could go with the VT strat. NYU could take their hero and try to chew through the base health. They would need to land 8 shots on the base, but it's a lot easier to hit a base than it is to hit a spinning sentry.
Especially with those large 42mm hero projectiles, roughly the size of a golf ball.
Matt, which way would you go? What would you choose? You're the NYU driver right now. You have 10 projectiles. What are you trying to fire at?
Well, with the minute left, I think you've got to go for the base race. I think it's going to be a lot harder than trying to hit the sentry, because even if you do, you're going to hit a possible glancing blow. We've seen how the lower level heroes that are not level 3 have been getting those glancing blows, only doing 10 damage instead of the massive 100.
The hero has committed to firing at the sentry and has missed all of its projectiles so far. Lots of really good body blocking coming from the side of the University of Texas. I agree with you, Matt. I think the play was for NYU to go for the base. 44 seconds left. Their drive system is pretty slow. They're gonna have to commit to one of those two in this final push. With 30 seconds to go, they'll have 20 projectiles. Whatever they try, great angle cam here now. They could kill this hero with one shot and then move on to the sentry, or they could try to go for the base, but they've got to get past something, and they got 20 seconds left here to go.
UT with a very close game. Looks like the hero's going to get taken out with
They
16
just need
seconds
to land
left.
one hit. 15 seconds. Oh, they're firing
once.
too low. It's going underneath the robot.
It hit once. 10
That
health difference.
probably should be a yellow card from the side of UT. Those pushing and some ramming.
That's going to be a
They
victory.
hit the disconnected UT Sentry, decreased the health, and it's an NYU win handed to them by the University of Texas by their, oh my gosh, Matt, I know what happened.
Say it, say it.
The standard from the University of Texas was shoving to try and jostle away the NYU hero, and I think in all of that ramming, the percussive maintenance disconnected a module on their sentry. The module, the sentry disconnected and started losing health. Otherwise,
looks like we're going to be hopping right in, so not too much more time to discuss what can and won't go wrong.
merch tote bag. That one went way left. That's why I don't play football. One, game start. All right, UT in the red. Oh, my goodness. Don't
Already
ram your
bumping into
sentry
the
now.
sentry.
Oh, my word. University of Texas in the red. Same standard strat. We'll see if NYU keeps letting their standard get ammunition first, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me as their standard's not able to fire many projectiles at all. You'd think they'd be prioritizing their hero.
That's what you would think. See if they made any changes to their code.
Sentry for NYU has taken damage and is not starting to spray and pray. That's going to be really tough for the side of NYU.
Oh, it's starting to spray and pray. It's just not
there it goes.
going to be doing too much hitting because the University of Texas is utilizing that cover very effectively to stay out of range of the wild spray.
Yep. UT at Austin doing a great job there of getting some early chip damage down. 200 damage dealt to the Sentry. But again, experiencing some issues with their standard, which is going to give level 2 over to the standard of NYU. And notably, it's going to remove the invincibility. NYU here pushing forward with their hero. Overpower again by University of Texas. They might be throwing match 2 as well.
NYU only has a single projectile on that hero. Is going to need to go back to the base soon-ish.
Matt, they have 3 minutes and 37 seconds. NYU should, in my opinion, be attacking the base now. The University of Texas graciously removing their base invincibility status by accidentally killing their standard, meaning that NYU would need to land 8 hero projectiles on the base to start doing base damage. I don't think they'll win a Sentry health game.
The UT standard is certainly outperforming the NYU standard, but at the same time, is it going to be able to outperform NYU's hero? It's the question. And I think if that hero plays his cards right, it's going to be very difficult for UT to be able to overcome massive hero damage that can be done to their base.
Chat, the blue and red squares are where the automated robots have to start the games. So with these younger teams, you'll see them stay in or around those spots for the rest of the game. But NYU here has figured out the correct strat, but is struggling to land. They need to, level 2 hero has to aim quite high. You'll see how long these arcing golf ball shots are. Everyone's got to be careful. This is looking like a situation where the refs are going to have to really carefully notice who's making the pushing movements because they're not allowed to push each other. NYU probably just needs to get a little bit closer there. But unable to land a single shot out of that barrage.
I don't know if UT is going to let him. That hero's doing a very good job of body blocking. He can't really block up top whenever the NYU hero is shooting over, but the NYU hero also seems to not be able to hit that base. 2 minutes left in the round. Could really be anyone's game, but UT with a pretty commanding lead with the Sentry health. That means that unless NYU takes out the entirety of the UT base.
NYU should just sneak into that Virginia Tech spot right behind the base. They have 10 projectiles. It's more than enough. If they hit, that's going to count as standard. They need to aim higher. They've got to hit the plate head on. There we go. 200, 400, 600. Matt.
Got to aim higher.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's a technological limitation or if that's a driver.
It's got to be also a perpendicular shot at level 2. That hero not really firing at its max velocity. They have the gold, though, to get back. Again, match going to come down to the wire here. The Sentry health currently the winning parameter for the University of Texas. Base health only counts for physical health and not shield.
And I believe even with the Sentry alive, they might have to destroy that entire base health. Does it go to base health criteria before Sentry health or
Oh yes, yes. Base health is paramount. So base health criteria will win over Sentry health. With 1 minute left to go, they have 20 projectiles in this hero.
UT is going to need to respond to their threat at the base. We'll see if that's what happens. Looks like the hero's having some issues getting those projectiles out.
You can't fire too fast or your flywheels won't have time to spin up. They're really struggling. They have not watched the Virginia Tech games. They need to go to the back armor panel, which is the only perpendicular spot. Looks like they have enough time. They just need to land one more, and NYU is officially in the lead, and it's a commanding lead. They are going to kill the base of the University of Texas. They have 27 seconds. They have only 3 projectiles remaining. They don't have quite enough left as they're taken out, but it won't matter.
But not fast enough.
19 seconds to go.
Is not going to be able to recover from this without a functionally shooting hero.
The University of Texas unable to stop the hero power of NYU. VT and NYU showcasing the absolute shield-destroying power of the hero in RoboMaster North America as NYU sweeps 2-0 versus the University of Texas.
I don't know exactly where that leaves them in the standings, but I think that gives them a pretty good chance to get out of groups, considering that is in Group A. Group A being our largest group with 5 teams.
Yeah, I'm not sure if those numbers are going to update correctly on robomaster.com/live since the team names are wrong in the